just north of 95,000. We're almost there to 100,000, which we're obviously extremely excited about. 100% volunteer effort. Volunteers, thank you. More than 170 volunteers. The list of smoke shops and businesses that are hosting our petition grows daily. Rain and I actually just met with a business that is a wholesale business, and they supply all the smoke shops and basically any type of store that's going to sell even pipes, hookahs, anything like that. Even the small pipes, even some 7-Elevens are on the list. Long story short, we got a list of 5 pages of all locations that are now going to be hosting our petition. And we are extremely excited. I mean, this is going to amount to about 500 locations, all said and done. This is a huge boost. Obviously, we would have loved if this had happened a few months ago, right? Because, I mean, it would have been great back then, but we're happy for it now. So this is a big boost for our campaign. We're excited to get out there and start stocking these locations. It also means that we're going to need some more petitions. You know, we've got a lot of petitions out there to our volunteers right now. We, of course, are trying to contact people, bring in these petitions that we've handed out, but we need a good amount of petitions to be printed. Each one of these petitions, it is 38 pages long. Each one holds 15 signatures, and it has to be stapled to the entire title and text here. So each one's actually $1.38 to print for 15 signatures, which makes these things pretty expensive, but that means that we do need to raise a little bit of money here in the next week or so to print some petitions to get out to all these different locations. Now obviously we're going to hit as many as we can, but I mean we need to stock them. We have slowed down a little bit in our collection efforts here. You know, the campaign, we got that huge boost a few months ago from the Arizona State Fair. And that's really, I mean, when people ask me, how did you guys get to 100,000 signatures and all on volunteer effort? I mean, the big boost was the State Fair. 4 entrances to the State Fair. We had volunteers at every single location, every single entrance. We were killing it. It was great, but we need to keep it up. We need to keep it going. Again, as you all know, we need 150,000 signatures by July 7th, but realistically, we need a lot more. We need to be able to get to about 200,000. As I was mentioning to this gentleman, we're about 9 months behind MPP. And as a lot of you know, that's because we chose to work with MPP to ensure that their initiative included the consumer protections that we demanded. Things like post-conviction relief, decriminalization, of course, protecting the medical program, opening up the licenses so that people who want to get a license can choose to do so. All the things that we demanded, right? Unfortunately, as you all know now, they chose not to work with us. They chose to instead write an initiative that only protects the medical marijuana dispensaries' financial interests. So we exist, but we need to get it going. That's my point. We need to get it in gear now if we're going to get on the ballot for 2016. We've got a billboard that we're going to be doing here in the next week. We are just waiting for the graphics to be finalized. We're very excited about this. If everything goes right, we're actually going to hopefully do 2 billboards released at the exact same time. One in Sun City and one in Phoenix. Both of these billboards will hopefully be able to relay the message that there are 2 campaigns. One is good for marijuana consumers. One is good for medical marijuana dispensary owners, but not good for medical marijuana consumers, or marijuana consumers rather. So we want to try and impart that message while still giving a big boost to the campaign, encouraging people to vote for the real legalization. So of course we're going to hope that that really gives us the boost that we need here. That combined with the, again, about who knows how many smoke shops we'll be able to get from this, but this big boost should really help us in our efforts to get to that 150,000 here in the next couple months. As a lot of you know, I've been very vocal about the fact that if we do not make the ballot here in 2016, we aren't going anywhere. Unlike MPP out of Washington, D.C., we live here in Arizona. We smoke marijuana here in Arizona. Our friends and family smoke marijuana here in Arizona. And that's why we're doing this. Somebody asked, you know, why is 170 volunteers working for free? I assure you folks, it's not because people like to work for free. I'm not working because I like to work for free. We're doing this to keep our friends and family safe. So if we don't make the ballot here in 2016, we will be ready for 2018, especially now that we've gotten the boost that we've gotten. You know, with all the media, national, local, I mean, it's just, as Phoenix Magazine said perfectly, AZFMR has outgrown its grassroots. And we really have. With more than 170 active volunteers, we've got more than 35,000 people who have signed up on the website to say they support our campaign, the vast majority of which believe what I believe, and I've been very vocal about this, that MPP's initiative does more harm than good for marijuana consumers. And we will launch a Vote No campaign against that if we do not make the ballot here. So I want to be open and upfront about what our intentions are, but we are going full force towards this getting on the ballot for 2016. We are not giving up yet. Especially after this meeting that Rain and I just had, we're going to add all these locations. This is the boost we've been waiting for.
So what about the vote? Why are we doing vote no billboards? I thought we were going to try and keep a nice positive message.
Yeah, but we're going to, one of the billboards, essentially what it says is vote no on fake marijuana regulation and vote yes on real marijuana legalization. Again, we want to promote our campaign, and this billboard is really hopefully going to be the boost that we need to get us to that level, that 200,000 signatures by July. If it's not successful and we're not able to get on the ballot and get that boost that we need, again, the idea is that we want to encourage marijuana consumers to vote no on MPP's initiative. It really does more harm than good. And I, of course, won't go over all the specifics, but I'm happy to talk about any of the specifics if there's any questions. Yes?
Are you taking questions?
Of course, of
Hi,
course.
hello, my name is Dolores Mejia. I am a supporter of the decriminalization, full decriminalization
Yes.
of